That brings me to Oasis. So this is Fhaquons? I have no idea how to pronounce that. He's gold in a 2100 game. I'm assuming he's around this area, like 21 to 2300 probably. Don't know his actual SR. It's probably 2131. Probably 2131. That's a guess though. And he's going to be doing Zarya, Phara, Roadhog. All good classes.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
He's going to rock Zarya at first.
Howdy, howdy.
Let's go, boys.
Hey guys.
PC? Yeah, it looks like to be PC. Okay. This is good. You tried. The Junkrat was a bit out of position. Alright, so you got full charge. You can start fucking shit up.
Their Rhine's hat. Rhine's low.
Oh, sorry. Got my mouse on screen.
Rhine's down.
So, yeah, your healing is a little bit rough, but...
Soldier low. Healing.
Get going.
He's down. They got a fair above point.
Lucio's trap.
Yeah, I just died. I'll come back. Focus Phara.
Phara's one shot down.
Phara's down. Just Reaper.
Thank you, Diva.
I actually want to watch that one more time. Your target prioritization was a bit rough. I don't mind your bubbles. And I like you backing out there just because all of them are on point and your team's not really there. I think you're the... Are you the only tank on your team?
Their Rhine's hat.
Yeah, the problem with Zarya is, I mean, your beam is short. I mean, it still has great distance. But you're starting to get to the point where you can start melting people in a second, if you have it on them long enough.
Their Rhine's hat.
So that soldier...
Rhine's low.
Okay, there's your Ryan. No, that's their Reinhardt. Alright, so it's... Yes. So the problem with Zarya is... With consistent fire... she actually has a hard time dealing with it. Right, you can't just run in and hopefully bubble 5 people shooting at you, because it just doesn't work that way.
I just died. I'll come back. Focus Phara.
Phara's one shot.
But once you have a couple of these guys dead, then you need to start pushing up a little bit more.
I got him.
So you're being a little bit defensive for a tank. Yep, these are all great. Get that ult up. Careful about going too far left because you're going to get cut off from your team.
Well, they're obviously coming this way. We got another Hanzo.
Phara's hat. She's dead.
Phara down.
Oh, fuck you. Get the Reaper behind you.
Oh.
I got ult, baby.
So it wasn't bad play, but when you're so far to the left, did you see how long it took you to get to your right? You should have been playing like right about here. And this would allow you to get that corner with your right clicks. But it would at least allow you to react very quickly to something coming around the right side. The problem with playing one flank or the other is you can't respond to both. And you need to be able to respond to both. Because as Zarya, you're a bit slow.
Okay, line up some ults. We got a bunch. Can take it back with a Zarya 76.
Okay.
Soldier's low. Maybe Diva's down. I'm down.
Okay, you should have this then. That was a good ult.
Dang it, she ulted right behind me. trip.
Oh, you got him. But you're
Reaper
not me.
coming
Yeah,
in.
see how it is.
But yeah, I was about to say that Reaper.
Racist.
Yeah, I gotta focus.
Nice job, Diva. Good job.
Yeah, just feed off of D.Va. Best you can.
Reaper's down. Eva's out of mech.
I'd actually back up. Okay.
Get her, Diva.
Point. Phara on point.
And it's down.
You're still quite far back for. I know it's like it's a 3 or 4 on 1.
Phara's back here trying to take me out. It's gonna fight.
All right. So the thing that you were aggressive when you had, or you were not aggressive when you had the advantage of numbers. They had the Phara, and they had the Zarya down here. Now, as you go deeper in this way, right, their supports are gonna, or just their teammates are gonna be coming quicker. But when they were on point, you stayed way back here, even though you had, I think you had 2 or 3 people. You need to pressure in those situations. Whenever you have the numbers advantage, bully the shit out of them.
Zarya's half. Fuck, they got me.
You don't find them very often.
Tanks, tanks should bully people. That's a really big part of their job.
Let's just group up.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Hello. My ultimate is charging.
Comms doesn't sound terribly important. It's
I think Diva and Lucy.
I don't even care about comms, honestly. Comms are important eventually, but at 2100,
Reaper behind, Reaper
it's
Behind.
gross motor skills. That's bad.
Fucking could not get the second grenade on him.
Reaper's
Sorry,
dead.
it's back.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's push.
All right. Hey, you're just having a hard time sticking to one target. You're in a very difficult time sticking to one target. And I know, like, right now, after all this has happened, it's not too big of a deal.
Zarya's half.
Reaper's one.
Zarya's low.
God damn it, Phara.
Or when that fight first happened, you need to stick to a target. Play a little bit up more.
Okay. I hear ya. I'm soldier. I hear ya.
Like, yeah, you should be going after that Zarya right now. Oh, the Reaper. You could have.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's one of those times where comms does help. You're like, hey guys, there's a Reaper right here. And you've switched to Phara. Which is fine.
You mean badass or bad?
You guys switched to Rhine, so now you got a little bit more of a stable lineup. The problem was, it's hard for
You're behind my shield works better than
Zarya to tank in the open with no one to hide behind.
And Lucio behind. What the hell, guys?
Thank you, Mercy.
Y'all gotta quit letting these fucking little turns get behind us. That's ridiculous.
Phara's coming above point.
So right now it's just gross accuracy. That's the issue.
And it's down. Reaper's one.
You should die.
Well, I got Zarya.
Diva's out of mech.
This Lucio's gotta be dealt with, guys. You just fucking booping everybody around.
Reinhardt is not happy about the Lucio.
Securing the objective.
Phara's little.
You gonna try to punch her? So you're flying around on their side of the map a bit, which isn't, it's not wrong, but man, it's risky when they're all on point like that. There you go, now you're getting a kill.
Lucio's one. Thank you, Jesus.
Thanks for the help with Phara, guys. Good job.
Is that a mech?
Oh. Your hover Let me focus on how you're hovering. It doesn't seem terrible.
Oh, he just got so lucky.
Not too far forward. Stay together for res too.
We were
A little
just
spread out.
finishing that Reaper.
Phara's down.
Matt True, the question you say is that's the problem. As
Soldier on the left.
Ryan,
when their main tank is Zarya, it's hard for her to stay out in front of everyone because she gets a bubble and that's about it. Either healing needs to be on Zarya and it needs to be on point, or people can focus Zarya down very quickly.
Pat 4.
The fuck?
Who did you just ult over there?
I didn't ult anybody. I got
killed
fucking
him.
shit on.
No, Reaper.
I see you're focusing down the Phara a lot.
On the point.
Just be careful about that.
He was out of mech.
Zarya is an issue.
I know, I'm trying to get her.
Huh.
And it was low. I don't know if she still is.
Soldier has me lit as fuck. Yeah, good.
Don't be afraid to use your thrusters when shit's getting crazy and you guys gotta go somewhere.
Soldier, Phara, and Tracer now. What the fuck?
We have an Anna as heals.
Yeah.
Paradise.
On the side.
Tracer behind.
I will say you're hovering. It is, how to say,
Tracer off me. Pop up Phara.
it's a little erratic. You seem to be dropping a lot when you shoot.
Come on, guys. Push in.
There you go. That was perfect. It's exactly what Zarya's bad at. When her bubble gets down, she only takes a couple shots.
Whoever blocked that, thank you.
You're
Is that
welcome.
you, Ryan? Thank
Yeah.
you.
It was Ryan.
'Cause I was dead.
I excel in
Oh.
killing those.
Their
How
Phara's
the
down.
fuck did I miss?
Bit of a panic ult, but you know, whatever.
Tracer just ulted
Anna's
on me.
on. Can't get her.
76 is half.
Got her.
76 is down.
That's fine. If it makes Zarya miss a couple of her shots, I think it's worth it.
Tracer's down.
That's 3 of them.
But you do need to start using concussive blasts offensively as well, like you did there. But
Someone's on it. There we go.
Bitch.
I think your mouse speed actually may be too sensitive. You seem to be overshooting a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's hard when you're a Phara. It's rough to focus fire the other Phara because naturally there's nothing to splash damage off of, right? The flying, the big thing about flying is that it puts you above people, so you can get splash damage super easy on people. But when fighting another Phara that's flying, well, it doesn't really work.
Soldier's going right.
There you go.
Sun's
They
down.
got a road
Nice
hog.
charge.
They didn't have a roadhog before, did they?
They're Ryan's
They got
one shot. Getting healed by Mercy now.
They got roadhog now.
No, he was the Tracer.
Okay.
Turn around, David. Turn around.
Fuck.
Your hog's to your left, or he's behind you now. Where's that hog at? There he is.
Hog.
I heard him. Again, your focus fire. Oh yeah, it's not even focus fire. Your accuracy seems to be your target prioritization seems to be a little. Now they do have a, but they're running Evo Ryan Hog, so I mean you're going to have to attack a tank.
How do you know he's got? How do you know he's got it?
But try not to fight. You landed, you went indoors sometimes. You know, stay a bit mobile. Yeah, then on you. Hogs to your left. Yep. With so much of your team dead, this is where you probably want to back off a bit. Oh, or you can get a shot on Phara.
He still has her.
We all died.
Aiming's overrated.
CRFD. Yeah, no. His accuracy isn't great, but he's 2100. He just needs to play more. And I think his sensitivity is a bit too high for himself.
Should have res.
Just because he's overshooting a lot.
I have Earth Shatter, but I know that Reinhardt's just waiting for me to use mine.
That was good. I like that idea.
I have no shield.
How'd you not die, Phara?
Okay, I mean it's still it's pretty much the same symptoms over and over.
Heroes never die.
Road's one hit. What the fuck? They're not even fighting on the point. It's fucking hilarious.
See that thrusters right there saved you.
Trickling in.
Yeah, I need to stick with Ryan. I'm not fighting behind Ryan. I need to be behind Ryan.
You think?
Yep.
Nothing you can do it.
I
Yeah.
will remedy that.
Almost getting there.
So your Phara, I would definitely say,
Stand down.
you need to stabilize your hovering a bit. You're going up and down a significant amount, and I think it's hampering your own accuracy worse than it's hampering the enemy's accuracy.
Got Earth Shatter to everybody else.
That'll probably help your rockets a bit, and your rockets just need to be more on point. It really sucks to tackle accuracy like that,
You're all fighting by
but again, at low SRs, it's the gross fundamentals of like an FPS in general that you have to work on. No, you can get those skills better by constantly playing the hero. There's no problem there.
Okay.
not just
Up
you.
2,000. Whoa, ping's at 4,000. Wow, I've never seen it that high before.
Let's see how your McCree aim is. I've noticed people in Overwatch talking about are your projectile DPS or your hit scan DPS, which is a really weird way to look at things, but
No way, he double pinned me.
Ryan's half.
Fucking ridiculous.
okay. So you're stuck with the Kree.
We are not winning team fights.
I tried to fight behind
No,
Ryan.
they've got
Let's go. Let's
Zenyatta,
go. We got 5 of us.
Phara, and Soldier, and Roadhog, and we've got fucking Winston, Roadhog, Soldier. No, we have no offensive support at all.
Oh, and I just got hooked by Hog.
Problem is at this level, it's usually gross motor movements. It's not team composition. I think people worry too much about team composition. The only thing about team composition that matters at lower levels is ease of execution. Yeah, you overshot again.
I'm
Get in
dead.
there.
Let's get a res.
Fucking dumb bullshit.
Your Reinhardt when Junkrat, he was upset. What a thrower! This is good. Just putting damage on the shield while you're waiting for your team.
Alright, we need like a Reaper? I think we need a Reaper maybe?
Zenyatta's down.
Alright, we got Chunk now. That might work against Hog.
There you go. Yeah, your team's just not... Like, your Junkrat got a pick, but he died himself. So now your team's just delayed even more.
We can.
Yeah.
Let's get in there.
Your Winston went in alone. Like, if your team's... This is when it's weird when teams start blaming random shit. I mean, you're getting your hooks. You're definitely a better hog than you were a Pharaoh.
Stay on the point. We got it now.
You should probably help whoever's over there.
I don't know
Stay
how
together.
I
Have
just
all.
For the shot. I mean, it's an interesting play you could have made. The Pharaoh right above you.
Pharaoh's one.
Okay. So already, I like your hog much better than your Pharaoh. But I did notice a couple times you were over aiming on, and by over I just mean you're going too far when aiming at a hero.
Downside.
And that was definitely a thing you were doing as Phara as well. And it looks like so it's consistent between hit scan and projectile. If you can alt, if they do push through there, if they get to the staircase and you...
Back behind you.
You just use it, you just used it.
76 is going above.
Okay, that definitely stopped their push. Oh. This is, yeah, okay, good. Good.
Zenyatta's trying to play big boy down there. Here comes the Roadhog.
So now that they're not there, you know they're going to go left, probably. Right? That's the only option they have.
Other side.
Left side.
Pharaoh went around the outside.
On everyone.
Oh, that Hog ult screwed up mine.
Mercy, heal me.
Going well. Lucio saved your ass there.
Go.
It's a second. Huh. So I think your positioning is much better with Hog. You're doing significantly better. You're landing
Reaper.
most of your hooks. Most of your shots are somewhat on. Yeah, I think... I don't see any really bad decision making.
I can really spread a lot of damage.
In fact, I see good decision making.
Well, it just worked. It worked.
It's really like the only offensive character I play other than Tracer. I suck. I tried to play McCree. I'm really bad. Something about his gun. I'm just really not that good with
You want some
it,
somber tips, Mechu? Just internalize your timings.
unless I'm playing Zenyatta.
Just get used to be doing invisible runs. Pop out, try to shoot someone for 2 seconds, then get out. You're Winston? So,
You got me.
right here,
Fuck you, Roadhog.
you need to start picking a side. Or at least get to here. Being way back there as Hog, you're actually starting to get close to your hook limit.
They want it now. They're gonna make a move.
Yeah, staying at this range is it's just very inefficient as Hog. You have to commit a little bit more or back out completely and choose a flank to go down.
That's close. Hog's left side.
Yes, he is.
Let's go get him.
Going to get soldier up top. Soldier ran away.
So right now you gotta get in combat.
Their soldiers down.
Even without hook, you have to get in there.
Versus half.
Again, you're sitting at this super far back range.
Monkey's down.
Mercy's low.
Mercy's one. Got her.
Nice try, Diva. Good job.
Aim more for the body. You aim for the head. I don't know if you aimed for the head specifically, but you aim for the head on that one. And
These guys call him out.
so the top half of the rectal was out of. Wasn't going to hit any part of the guy.
I had no health, but I almost have my ult. Like right now, I got it.
Get in there to the tanks, Mercy.
So you're doing too much flanking, and not enough with your team, so far. A lot of these times you're just caught on one-on-ones, which isn't bad for a Hog actually. Or you're caught at a distance where 2 or 3 people can shoot you, and you have no effective tool for their range.
That's all.
That one was fine. I mean, it's hard to judge plays when you're forced to get on point, right? Your hand was forced, so don't worry about it.
Winston's one shot.
This is fucking Lucio.
He's down.
So now this is a good spot to play for Hog when hook,
Let's play smart.
when your max range hook can hit right at a choke. That's useful. But now this far back is a little. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. But still, good idea, right? At least you're picking a flank.
Lucio skating again.
Zarya's in middle by her.
You have to go for meaty shots. Don't aim for the heads with Roadhog.
Real low.
Their 76 is down.
Zarya's down.
She's down.
Mercy's down.
Okay, good.
Phara's low.
It's down.
She killed herself. Did she hit a car? Be
Probably.
hilarious.
Who's got ults? Alright, Reaper, we're gonna need that one. Alright,
CRFD, walking forward while hooking doesn't really matter in this case.
it's up to you guys.
Those are the little details people gotta not worry about. At this level, it's gross skills. Oh,
Phara behind.
you ulted.
Diva, come behind with
Their
Phara.
rank's dead.
He just needs to hit the hook and then start shooting people in the body. Even without walking forward, he's still gonna mostly get body shots and kill him.
Timing's overrated.
Somebody
They
else.
res.
Lucio's down.
Perfect.
Reaper and Orisa down.
Dang it, I knew
That's
that.
great.
Reinhardt.
Get that mercy. Good. Perfect.
Oh no, he didn't.
That's fine for you. That's actually the best person you could have charged on your team.
Call him out, guys. Call him out.
Lucio's riding around. Circles.
Diva, you got an ult.
Beautiful. Got him.
Mercy as well.
Good.
Oh my god, we won. No, we didn't.
Yeah, they're trickling in.
Oh, we did.
15 players.
All right, there you go.
Fucking beat that shit right there.
So, all right, this is good. It's actually good. What do I mean by gross skills? By gross, I mean huge fucking skills. This sounds so stupid when I say it. But can you click on everything on your screen? Can I click the Reinhardt's head? Okay, there it is. Can I B? Yep, alright. Chest, okay. How about the P in the triangle? Oh, missed it. Oh, G, right? What about the middle of the O and the 08 on his right chest? Oh, I was off. Literally this. Can you click on stuff on the screen? This is a gross skill in first-person shooters. Right? Do you have to think about where you're walking? Right? Do you always have to think about pressing the button? Or can you just, like, go places, right? Can I look at something here and just move naturally this way? Another gross movement. What up, George? This is what I mean by gross skills. Like, if you think this guy is going to get the 4K because he can walk that much farther with Roadhog when he hooks someone, you're crazy. Is it going to help him at all? No. Like, it's just a minute little detail that people want to say, and this isn't just like targeting you who mentioned it. Right now, everyone's afraid, like, everyone talks about these little details. Like, oh, look at all these little details. Oh my god, this is so important. And then Overwatch is like this. Here's the rest of Overwatch. And they don't even care about it. They're like, oh, these little details. These are the important things. Oh. Like, the consistency on Tyre on Junkrat. Yeah, it'd be cool if it was fixed.
My genius
But
is
that
finally
doesn't stop
recognized.
me from mastering Overwatch, right? That's not stopping 99.99% of Overwatch. It's important. It's a detail. It's important. Like, eventually you want to know about it and get good at it. But up until, like, 4K, all these things on the edges don't fucking matter. They matter, but they don't. Progressive Chester for 3 months. Can I get my 1v1 for our 4-month subscription anniversary? I don't know if you get the Chromium for it. Yeah, so it's about these gross motor movements that you just need to understand, and like accuracy is one of them. So obviously across all characters, the accuracy was rough, but that's fine. It's expected of someone at the skill level. What I noticed is if your target was here, you were shooting, it was like over. If you were coming from this way to that way, it was over, and that makes me think too high of a sensitivity. Right, that's what I think about that one. So maybe try a lower sensitivity. Your movement seemed okay, as in you moving. I didn't see anything too big about it. Your Phara thrusters, it was kind of like that. You kind of want it more like just a line. Kind of want it more like a line. Like you're gonna go up and down naturally, but you need to even it out a little bit. Right? Make the curves softer like this. Right? Green said his sensitivity seemed low. Well, he was still over-aiming. That's what makes me assume that maybe he just needs a lower sensitivity. And some people have super low sensitivities. Other people, like me, have insane, high sensitivities. But we learn to play with it. Like, we still learn to be able to click on stuff with high sensitivity. So maybe he's comfortable with the sensitivity, in which case he needs to practice with it more, but if he's not comfortable with it, I would say lower it, just because you seem to be over-aiming. For position, this has to do with effective range. We'll just call it F. F in range. This applies to all heroes. So understand what your effective range is. What is the tool range for whatever tool you're using? Start internalizing like hook goes from here to here. Okay. Well, my right clicks are really good right about here. So when you're on Oasis, the circle one, you were kind of like right about here, but you were fighting people like out here. Just understand that. So either you have to pick, and I think this would be the one thing I want you to do, is make a choice and stick with it. Like, look, oh, I'm attacking, and you just kind of waver around here, waver around here. Be like, no, attack. Start shooting a guy down, and then like try to get to this wall and hold this wall and try to stay safe there. Now I can understand if you want to sit back here and poke if your team's not there or whatnot. But your team was there, and like there was like 3 people up here and 1 guy in the middle. Like you need to be with your team, but also you just need to be like make a decision and stick with it, even if it's bad at first, because you're going to have to see why it was a bad decision, right? But definitely commit to something. Yeah, this is. Committing to something is... I think that's what hits 3k people a lot, 3 to 4k, even above 4. Yeah, that's... Choosing something and doing it is quite important. And so that does come into logistics a bit. So, skill usage... Zarya, I think your bubble seemed fine. I think your bubble usage was fine. You're actually getting highly charged, but your team was getting hurt a lot. The thing with Zarya was, again, you were wavering around here, but I can understand as Zarya. You guys are running Zarya Diva for tanks, and it's tough for Zarya to lead the charge into 6 people. Even getting heals. I think you had Mercy Lucio. Like, Ana can burst heal, but she has to hit all of her shots, and she probably needs to land her grenade on you to get through something like that. For a Zarya to just to kind of, like, man up and do something that a Reinhardt would do with his shield. It's quite difficult. But your Phara... Oh, your Phara. I remember you floating on their side of the map a little bit. A little bit too much. I'll just say that. With Phara, it's also this waiver type deal. If let's just say the point's like this, you kind of want to stay on your half, or you want to be above their half. Usually, wavering in this area is quite dangerous because all of your support's a little bit too far away. Your Lucio probably won't be able to heal you. If your Mercy's with you, she has to be, like, with you, obviously. Ana can heal you, but at a low SR, Ana's accuracy does drop. So, it's difficult at lower SRs. But yeah, Phara needs to commit or not commit. It sounds stupid. Like, of course, you're doing one of these 2 things. Just don't waver. And this is where the decision-making comes in. And that's why I think this decision-making is, right now, your crux. His Phara, yeah, this is what was happening with his Phara. Right here. Right, his Phara was going up and down a lot, and he needs to smooth it out like this. On top of, just working your accuracy more. It'll come. The problem thing, this is why I hate talking about accuracy so much, is that there's little to nothing you can do besides play more. Right, I have 20 years of experience in first-person shooters. Very few first-person shooters will feel unnatural to me. I can usually just pick it up. I can figure out if it's hit scan or projectile. I am very experienced at projectiles, so I gravitate towards them. But, I mean, I can aim pretty much anything in any game. That's just because I've pounded away the hours of it. Yes, I've drilled. I did some drills and whatnot, but those drills don't matter in the long term. Right? As long as you get comfortable and you put thought into your actions, and that means every click that you press, you'll eventually get better. And after 20 years, like, fuck. It's tough to not be comfortable with most weapons after that long time. Logistics though. So for Phara, I'll also put skill usage in here and offensive conk usage. I saw you try it once or twice, but it definitely was lacking. Now, you only did play Phara for 2 rounds? Yeah, 2 rounds. You played Zarya, Phara, Phara, Hog. Also, offensive, aggressive. Also, logistics would kind of be this. You also wavered a lot, like I talked about up here. The wavering is, I think, your biggest thing right now. As a Hog, you wavered. But your hook usage was good. I think you took breathers at the right times. Like, that was fine. It was just the wavering with Hog that I didn't like with you. Like, again, figure out a good distance for hook. And that's usually when you try to want to first breach someone. That's when you kind of want to harass them. After that, know the distance of your right click and play around that. But just avoid these middle areas. They're dangerous. You can get work done in them, it's just not efficient. Overwatch is your first FPS. Oh shit, he's in chat. Fuck. I didn't see the whole time. Overwatch is the first FPS. That's why one of the reasons why your accuracy is bad. Completely natural, man. Don't worry about it. That's why I don't like... This is why I don't critique accuracy, and I think critiquing accuracy is the poorest form of coaching. And it's weird to say that, but it's the most important. You should be able to coach it. You can coach it, you can tell people to practice it, but at the same time, they have to internalize it themselves. Yeah. I can help you with your sensitivity and talking about how I aim or what I do to aim, but you kind of have to internalize it yourself. There's only so much a coach can tell you about accuracy. It's definitely a skill, right? You can talk about playing the piano all you want, but until you actually play it, you're not going to get any better. If it's your first FPS, then yeah, that completely explains everything. Information... I saw you using sound. I saw you trying to, like, track a Phara. I'm cool with that. I don't remember you making any, like, bad decisions. Like, I think your decision making is pretty good. If anything, I think you're quite adverse. 50 is 8 in game and 1200 DPI. The problem is I don't know what that means, because I rock 14.5 in game and 5000 DPI. Everything is slower than me, but I don't understand the degree of slowness. And sensitivity is more about what you feel. If you feel like your it matters what you value. If you value like pinpoint headshot accuracy, then definitely you probably need to lower it, or you need a slower sensitivity. But if you just want to, if you're like, you know what, I like the sensitivity. It's a good middle ground between turning really fast and accuracy at shooting people. That I'll just continue to play with this and get good at it. That's what I did. So, yeah. It's not a huge deal. Sensitivity isn't as big of a deal as everyone makes it out to be. But yeah, I think your information gathering skills were fine. You didn't make any, like, really... like, something where I was like, ooh, that's a bad decision. Outside of just not committing to an area, which I see completely different. Like, a bad decision would have been like, oh, I see a Reinhardt, I'm just going to, I don't know, run up to him and melee him, right? Like, there wasn't anything really dumb being done. That he was choosing the wrong targets with Phara. The problem was they were running 3 tanks at that time. And so Phara has 6 shots at 1 second intervals. And each one does 120 damage. So if you want to kill a Roadhog at 600 health, it will take 5 seconds if you hit every single shot. Right? At 1 second, 120, 5. Yeah, Junkrat's the same thing, but he has a 5 in the chamber at 0.6. That's why Junkrat's DPS is fucking phenomenal compared to Phara's. Phara has a hard time killing tanks alone. And this is why she's very slow at dealing with shields. Actually, shields are tough for her to deal with. Phara needs assistance getting through shields. Because, right, Winston's shield is 600 hit points. Can you imagine Phara taking 5 seconds to kill the shield and then 5 more on him? Like, no one has that type of time. Right, the rest of your team is dead by the time that shit happens. So, you do want to focus the squishies as Phara. The problem is, on the map that I was talking about on, it was University. With University, it's very, like, you have a very closed-in area here, and the high ground area here, with the environmental deaths. You don't want to, you rarely want to be in here. As soon as, like, you pass this middle marker, you're vulnerable to everyone. You're just vulnerable in general, on University. It's the one map on Oasis that Phara's pretty vulnerable. So if you want to get back to the squishies back here, it's too difficult to go up and over because their entire team's going to be there. So you kind of have to go around the side, or, you know, something sneaky like that. Not that Phara can't be played there, it's just University's a bit more difficult, and she had to fight through 3 tanks to get to the squishies. Johan, I'll answer the question later. Yeah, so, I mean, I was saying, like, man, he keeps shooting at tanks, but, like, he had a 50% chance to shoot at tanks, right? 3 of those guys were tanks, and, it's rough. But I would rather have him shoot at something and stay on it than waver. It's this wavering that's... This is a core issue. Target priority can be fixed. All it takes is, like, hey, change your thought process, change this, maybe do a little bit of things different. Changing wavering, this is huge. This is a big mindset to get over. Right? Because what I'm telling you is to, like, commit, have confidence. Like, fuck, that's a tough thing to say. How would I... And my best way to get good at a skill is to... I believe in immersion. So, dive in with both feet. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you see something and you're wavering, either back out all the way or commit all in the way. You know what's going to happen? You're going to figure out what's wrong and what doesn't work pretty goddamn fast. And start using this to, like, understand that hero better. Or just Overwatch better. You have to make mistakes to learn. So, yeah, Fhaquons, whatever your name is, I don't know if I say it right at all. The wavering is what... That is a gross... You're wavering in your accuracy, but your accuracy comes... This comes with time. Don't worry about that. Your accuracy will come in time. Don't worry. Don't give 2 fucks about it. Focus on mind. Yeah, it's so much easier to correct accuracy than it is to change someone's mind. Right? Just think about an argument. Think about all the arguments you've been in life. If you're trying to change someone's mind, that's a fucking bitch. Now you gotta do it to yourself. You gotta change your own mind. And it's an annoying thing. So yeah, wavering is what I want you to get over. By far.